everybody, Randy Replay, back at it again. It is season 2 of this franchise, and Minnesota Vikings football is on the air and online all across, you guessed it, the SSN. The games that don't count, that don't matter, are over. We saw good things out of the preseason despite the 1-2 record for the Minnesota Vikings, and now everything is reset. As you can see, the updated numbers for the defense and offense. 83 offense, 85 defense, 83 overall. You take that average, you get your overall. The Bears come in at an 80, 81, average of 80. Everybody's standings are reset, and nobody cares what happened last week. In the early game, the Falcons took a 3-game victory over the Jaguars, who the Vikings beat in the preseason. And the Bills are playing the Dolphins, and Minnesota will round out the early slate of games against the Bears. So we will not know what happens until this is all done. Trevor Lawrence and Bryce Young, the two league leaders. The Falcons won without Bryce Young throwing a touchdown. Interesting. So this will be, and then of course I do believe Blake Corum is the rookie running back, toting the ball 34 times for the tune of 163. This team is without the league leading interception machine, Xavier Rhodes. He went the way of Philadelphia. And we're going to have to see what this defense is all about. We did pick up Von Miller in the offseason. We're going to go over the roster here. And this is what your 2023-2024 Minnesota Vikings team looks like. The draft picks. We have 2 this year. A second round and a third round. That is it. That is it. Minnesota kind of went a little crazy with next year's picks, or this year, rather, last year. And then next year, we only have a 3, 4, 5. So it's just a big mess here in the draft room. The practice squad is as follows. Jalen Naylor, wide receiver, who some could argue that he should be on the active roster. Chaz Surratt, Blake Proehl, Josh Proctor, rookie free safety, undrafted out of Ohio State. Racey McMath, Veridian Lowe, who many thought would make the roster as well, just as depth, rookie last season. He will be on the practice squad to start the year. Denario Samuel, running back, out of Kansas State, undrafted rookie. Carlo Kemp, left end. Rashad Sharp, left tackle. Greg Bennett, right tackle. Asterix Diggs, no relation to Stefan, as far as I know. Tight end. And then Andrew Lucas, cornerback, Ohio State. So, a big corner at 6'3". Might be able to match up with some of these wide receivers. He is not very well rated, as you take a look at his ratings. He's got good speed, though, so interesting calls there. And then going to the main roster, of course, our number 1 player, Justin Jefferson, with Adam Thielen kind of aging. As you can see, he's going to be turning 34. He will be the oldest player behind Harrison Smith next season. You got to wonder, is it time for JJ to get past the captain's C? Maybe sometime this season that will happen. That'll be a storyline throughout. For now, it remains on Adam Thielen. Anthony Richardson. Sorry, hold on. Damn it. Forgot to do that. Okay. 3, 2, 1. And diving in, Anthony Richardson is your starting quarterback. He is the franchise QB, day 1 starter, as you can see. And the beautiful thing is, we still don't know what his true rating is according to NFL Focus. It is a hidden talent, but played pretty good in the preseason for a rookie. I do believe he threw some interceptions. He also got some really good touchdowns. He's got high throw power. He's got that speed. This is the first time in a long time that Minnesota has had a quarterback that can move. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there. Taysom Hill beat out oh geez, I keep forgetting his name. Geno Smith for the backup position, and he will be backing up Anthony Richardson, at least for now. The running back room, Dalvin Cook, one of your team captains, Kenny Wongwu, sorry, and Ty Chandler, rookie from last season. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? There are a bunch of workhorses here, and there it is. That's one of the best running back stables in the NFL, especially last season. CJ Ham, fullback, the lone fullback. He is just another workhorse. He is going to start to age here, as you see. He enters this season at age 30, so something to look out for maybe in the draft. I know you only have 2 picks, but maybe before the trade deadline we can amass some. Who knows? And then your wide receiver group. Justin Jefferson, age 24. He's rated 98 out of 100 by the NFL. Adam Thielen, captain, wearing down in his older age. He did regress a bit, as you can see, but still able to get it done, as the catch in traffic is elite. Adam Thielen. Tyler Johnson, entering his third year out of Minnesota. We picked him up last season, and these 3 guys, Jefferson, Thielen, and Johnson, all amassed over 1,000 yards, and I do believe 2 of them had 10 touchdowns last season, if I'm not mistaken. We know JJ did. I wonder if Thielen did, if we take a look at his stats from last year. Oh, he had 9, so he was just shy, but gosh darn it. I know JJ set the single season receiving yardage mark, so there you go. And then KJ Osborne, a guy who has been shipped in and out of Minnesota the last season. He was shipped out, and then it was in the beginning of the year. He was brought back. They don't know what they want to do with him, but he's a very, very good now 4th option for the team after Tyler Johnson kind of came into his own last year. And again, the catch in traffic and the catch is just elite with all these guys. Oh my heavens. And then Isaiah Hodgins beat out Tristan Jackson and, of course, Blake Proehl to get the spot here. And you gotta believe something's gonna be done with Blake, as he spends. Randy Replay is big on Blake Proehl, as he spends this year on the practice squad. He's got 1 more year left of eligibility, and I do believe he will make the team next season. And then, of course, the speedy Dan Chisena, wide receiver the team really likes, 6'3", with 95 out of 100 speed, as rated by the NFL. So, my goodness, you got a really good wide receiver group. Minnesota will enter with 6 wide receivers. Tight ends, Colin Johnson, Sam Laporta, the rookie, who had a really, really good preseason. Oops, as we go into his stats. Oh, it's not going to show us. Okay, but he was taken pick 25, 2nd round by Minnesota. Yeah, all the stats have been wiped. So, and then Nick Muse, no relation to Tanner Muse as far as we're aware. And the good thing is Sam Laporta enters at a 74, and Colin Johnson is a 75, but he is, of course, 3 years his elder, 6'6", 222. My heavens. So good tight end room there. Left tackle, we got Christian Darrisaw and Blake Freeland, the rookie, a monster at 6'8", 305. If anything, he just provides some backup out of BYU. He did allow a couple sacks in the preseason. We really didn't take that many in terms of starters. So we will make do with what we got. Left guard, Matthew Jones, a rookie. And And then Connor McGovern backing him up. So a 6'4", 315 out of Ohio State. They went big here in the draft. And he will start day one. Center, Garrett Bradbury's no longer with the team. He declined all offers for an extension. So they had to go out and they had to get somebody, and they got their guy, Eric McCoy. He played in Miami last season. He's a fourth-year guy, Texas A&M, 6'4", 303. He's going to come in here, and he's a lot better than Bradbury. So look for that. He wears a captain's patch as well. And then Ed Ingram, who started the last couple games of the season with that makeshift offensive line. Lots of players getting shifted around there those last couple games. Team really likes him, super strong, as you can see, and just needs a little bit of work. Rookie last season. Right tackle Brian O'Neill, the star of this offensive line. Just a staple here in Minnesota. He's going to be entering his 5th season. And then Robert Scott Jr., 6'5", 312. The rookie backing him up. I don't think he's in jeopardy of losing his spot, though, is Brian O'Neill. Left end Daniil Hunter. He's coming back. Sezi Otamawo will back him up. Harrison Phillips now gets the start at right end after sitting behind a couple different rushers last season. And then, of course, Jalen Twyman will back him up. Dalvin Tomlinson sitting behind Ndamukong Suh last season. Looks like he's ready to get the start. He had a great season last year when he was in there. And then pretty good preseason. And he, nothing but good things to say. He will start aging here, so we'll see what happens with that. And his backup, Jaquelin Roy, rookie out of LSU, their second first-round selection in the draft. Of course, third, rather. Eli Ricks was number 2. We'll get to him in just a minute. And then James Lynch, finally, stays on the team still, and he gets brought over, rather, to defensive tackle. So he will be there as well. So big guys up the middle looking to have a good season. And then the team traded for Von Miller. He was shipped out of Buffalo and picked up here by Minnesota. I had a great preseason. He got a couple sacks, and my heavens. DJ Wanham, going to have to sit behind another pass rush. Of course, last year is Anthony Barr. And oh my heavens, DJ Wanham playing another backup role. Brian Osmoa, and then Tanner Muse, the speedy linebacker. He was on the practice squad last year, ran out of eligibility, so the team offered him, and he's now part of the Minnesota Vikings linebacker room. And then, of course, middle linebacker Kendricks and Hicks, the league-leading tackler, to the tune of, I do believe he had 247 last year. That might be a little high. Maybe it was 220. 240. Meet me in the middle, will you? 240 tackles last season before having 205 in 2021. So trending upwards. Tackles for loss went up a bunch, and he had 11 picks last season. Damn. And then Jordan Hicks, he's always good. These guys will be entering their 8th season eventually. Being 31, they are going to regress, so my heavens, here we go. Justin Jacobs, the rookie, 6'4", backs them up, and then Troy Dye, off of practice squad eligibility, he will back up Jacobs. And then right outside linebacker, it is Darius coming in here, starting there as well. Janoris Robinson and Patrick Jones will back him up. Let's try and get through this as best as we can. The Minnesota Vikings had to replace Xavier Rhodes. They found Sean Murphy Bunting, a 4-year guy out of Central Michigan. He will be the starter, or one of the starters. Cam Dantzler had a great season last year. Andrew Booth Jr. did as well. Andrew Booth Jr., 2 pick 6s in the preseason. Let's see if he can keep that trend upwards. And then, of course, the rookie Eli Ricks backing them up. Really could start if you really had to. So this is a great Vikings cornerback room. And then Minnesota traded, we'll get into the trade as well, but they brought in Storm Duck, a rookie out of North Carolina. And Storm Duck will come into cornerback room. Interesting. And then Joey Porter Jr. had a pretty good preseason, future starter rookie out of Penn State. So yeah, pretty good. It's, you only have a couple elite man-to-man coverage guys, but my goodness, you got a pretty good cornerback room here, with Eli Ricks being especially good in press coverage, which Minnesota tends to run more often than not. Lewis Seen returns. Cameron Bynum, safeties stay the same. Harrison Smith, of course, wearing a captain's patch, and Josh Metellus. So Harrison Smith is a very, very interesting storyline here. He's 34 years old. He is only progressing. He's not regressing at all. He's not missing a beat here in his later age. Hopefully that trend continues. And of course, Josh Metellus back there backing him up. You got Joey Sly, who has uncharacteristically missed a couple field goals in the preseason. And you got Hunter Nicewander. And we did the practice squad and the draft pick, so I think we're ready to go here. We'll get into that trade that brought Storm Duck to Minnesota. So, Minnesota sends Shy Tuttle a 6th round and a 7th round to the Ravens for Storm Duck. So that is what it took to bring Storm Duck here. And so Shy Tuttle not really needed, I guess. So you got to wonder, will Minnesota be active near the trade deadline if this team goes 0-8 for a second straight season in this franchise? But either way, it is the third meeting between these two teams here in the franchise, and season 2 kicks off. It feels like Christmas. Next. Hello and welcome. It's a rainy one, a downpour here in Chicago. The Windy City turned into the flooding city, and there he is. Anthony Richardson, Justin Jefferson, and a host of Minnesota Vikings defenders looking to build on what was, at times, a good season last year. They rattled off a couple wins there at the end. The Bears did a little bit better than the Vikings. Both teams has made improvements as the flyover happening live as you see it. Minnesota. There we go. Now they're coming out onto the field. That was a little weird, but Chicago being welcomed at home here in the downpour. I mean, it is really coming down here. So much like the Miami game, be sure to watch that, as some of these players have been slipping and dropping balls in practice. Gotta believe the equipments are going to change. So yeah, the Bears last year, 2,100 yards on the ground. Minnesota, 56% completion percentage, just under 8 yards per attempt. Rush yards 4 per attempt last season as well, although it seemed like Dalvin Cook had a better one than that. I think the rest of the team really brought him down. Two young quarterbacks, Justin Fields and Anthony Richardson, one being a rookie, one being a, well, kind of trying to enter that seasoned vet status. These two teams did battle last season, and now they're ready to do it here. Season 2 of this franchise is underway from Chicago, as the returner will down it in the end zone. Once again, the Bears have won the toss, have elected to receive the opening kickoff, so Minnesota will get it to start this second half. Justin Fields, here's his measurables. Of course, as the season goes along, these will be filled in with stats, but this is game number 1. And Chicago come out here in the rain. Fields shotgun, Montgomery to his right. Takes it left side, tackled by Troy Dye, who is in there as a sub to start the game. Gotta wonder why he's in there. And hopefully nothing happened. Yeah, Troy Dye is in there as well. Von Miller out there on the left side as well. Troy Dye with his second straight tackle as Fields completes a slant pass, and there's that player slipping. That is Andrew Booth Jr. Oh boy. So here we go. And there he is. Hicks will check in for this one as it's a run up the middle. Hicks will make the tackle, assisted by Kendrick. Going to be interesting how the rookie QB handles the first game in the league as a weather game. Yes, indeed. We didn't even get the forecast. We got to do a little bit better about that prior to game time, as Kendrick's the league leading tackling linebacker makes a tackle for loss here, so his presence being felt out here today. His second tackle. Fields out of the shotgun on this big third down, gets the snap, looks left, throws. Troy Dye just missing the interception in a good spot. He just gotta make that catch. It is Juju, newcomer to the NFC North, making his first catch. Harrison Phillips was right there too. Troy Dye just in game on the broadcast. It looked a little better positioning than that, so I do apologize. Minnesota showing blitz here. 1st and 10, new set of downs for Fields, who is in the shotgun, gets the snap. Is a give. He fakes out Von Miller, and Montgomery will stumble ahead. Taylor Decker holding the left side of his ribs. He goes down to all fours. Oh no. Getting back to the fan line storyline, as you want to say it. Now holding his left wrist, there goes Decker, and look at all the ranges coming down. Feels like you're taking a shower coming out of the tunnel there. It will be interesting to see how Richardson will play in the rain, especially with this updated speed, as Jaquelin Roy will start it as it's a minimal gain, now 3rd down. Jaquelin Roy in there for Tomlinson on that one. Now the Bears first with a 3rd and inches. Lewis seen, and Von Miller will not be fooled. What a stud on 3rd down. Punching the air around Montgomery, and we hold him to a 3-point attempt. So Von Miller making his presence felt here in the first, the first drive. I was going to say first session. That's not a thing. So here we go. The snap, the spot, the kick is no good, wide right, and that ball becomes very slippery. Could have slid off the side of the foot. Looked like the snap wasn't all the way down, and Chicago misses their first attempt, turning the ball over to Minnesota, and we get to see the rookie. There he comes onto the field for his first drive officially in the NFL. Got some preseason work, but here comes Anthony Richardson, 2nd overall in this year's draft, selection 6'4", out of Florida. But the give is to Cook, so we will hold off on that celebration for the first throw. So there you have it. So Cook will take it about 4. Brisker on the tackle. Richardson under center. He's got Cook behind him. And first throw for the rookie goes to JJ down to the 30, but he will force his way down to the 28. Where's the point? No, that is not JJ. That's TJ. Sorry, Tyler Johnson. Across the deep middle, Kevin O'Connell likes what he sees. So does Randy Replay. Very accurate throw. A little bit of a windmill, but hits the open guy in space. And there you have it. Welcome to Minnesota. First completion goes to Tyler Johnson. TJ, not JJ. Dalvin Cook gets this first down carry. Go for another 4. We'll take that. So Richardson and the Vikings moving down the field at a pretty good clip. Shotgun snap. And down goes Richardson. Oh boy. So that left side, you see the slipping is happening here. Dalvin Cook out of position, and my goodness, 3.2 seconds is all it takes. Oh boy. So a team that only gave up, I want to say about 2 or 3 sacks in the preseason for the starters. gives up a quick one here. So here we go. From the lone setback, Richardson gets the snap. He will go out as a runner. He will slide. I don't think he got it. He did. So Richardson made his first read, gets it with his feet. I do believe, looking at it, it was a generous call. Well, again, the slide got interrupted. Kevin O'Connell wants a flag. We saw that in the Miami game, where the two linebackers hit Richardson in the head with their knees and no flag was called. Can we go back real quick before the snap? I mean, yeah, there was a shot to the ribs. There's another knee to the ribs right there. No flag. I mean, it altered the slide. A knee right to the ribs of Richardson as he's going down. I don't believe it was intentional, but either way, you got to make that call. Back in live game action, here is the snap. And it's Cook. Cook be cooking here as he goes into the end zone. Minnesota scores. Alvin Cook, my heavens. The middle of the field here is just wide open for Cookie as he brings it into the end zone. His first of the season. Minnesota capping off their first drive in the 2023-2024 campaign with a touchdown. Joey Sly's kick. Oh, God. It's wide right. And he uncharacteristically missed a couple in the preseason, so there's another one wide right, just like Chicago. So I don't know if it's the wind, I don't know if it's the rain, but the balls could have slipped out off their foot, whatever you want to call it. Either way, Minnesota leads 6-0, and you'll see Troy Dye, who is in here now, sub in every other play, and here's Harrison Smith down as a... Oh, what are you doing, Murphy? Murphy! Okay, Troy Dye. Okay, Juju Smith-Schuster in for a touchdown. What the heck just happened? And Juju poses. Okay, so... oh, man. Murphy Bunting kind of... Now look at Troy Dye. He backs away. So Murphy Bunting went for the pick, didn't get it. Troy Dye backs away, leaving Juju to go for 6. What? So I don't know what just happened, but Juju scores for the Bears. Yes, indeed. Kick is away. It is good, 7-6, but my heavens, so many things went wrong on that play. Season of this franchise. Dalvin Cook sent out wide, well, kind of slot left as a wide receiver. Richardson gets the snap. He's got a guy to the left. It's JJ. How many times have we seen this here? And JJ will be Anthony Richardson's first throwing touchdown in the NFL. We get it gritty in the Windy City. So we answer back with a blown coverage of our own. He's one of the best when he gets into single coverage out there. You can't do that if you're Da Bears. And if I'm tooting my own horn, I do believe that is Randy Replay's best call of his career. We get it gritty in the Windy City. So let's see if Joey can put it in here. This is very important. Snap, spot, the kick is away. It's angling right, but it goes in. 13-7. 3-play, 73-yard drive. Anthony Richardson living up to that second-round pick status. 2 drives in. So here we go. Showing a pass play. Danielle Hunter forcing them towards Von Miller. It's tipped, and it's tipped, and it's picked. Cam Dantzler on the double tip. You've heard of a double doink. Now hitting double tip. And Cameron Dantzler, the second place interceptions holder last season for this team at least, gets a double pick tip. Double tip pick. My goodness, that's hard to say. And one of the weirdest plays that I personally have ever seen in the NFL. This rain, the amount of it, the slippery ball, tip, pick. My goodness. And... what a weird start to season number 2 as Anthony Richards. Hot potato. I cannot keep my composure. What the heck was that all about? And these Bears fans are just as shook as Randy Replay as Richardson out of the shotgun. Talking to the offensive line. Gets the snap. He's got him again. A one-handed touchdown. JJ, another gritty into Windy City. It is a cheat code here in Chicago. Oh my heavens, what a blown coverage. Now let's be real. Anthony Richardson almost overthrew him. It was a one-hander, and my goodness, what a adjustment by JJ, but it is a far shot difference than, no offense to Kirk, but my heavens, what a debut. Yes indeed. Joey Sly's kick sneaking to the right, but he seems to get a hold on it, and it's quickly 20-7. And I don't think Anthony Richardson has had an incompletion. Roy Dye getting a lot more playing time than what we thought originally. Minnesota switches to their off defense. Fields lone setback. Gets the snap, throws. Oh, Murphy bunting, almost had a pick six. And if you, I do believe it is because of the rain. If you give that guy 9 of those, he catches 8. My heavens, it's just the one that he missed. So 3rd and 6 from the shotgun, gets the snap, throws, intercepted. Cam Dantzler, his second of the quarter. Cam Dantzler on the inside of the receiver, and Minnesota's defensive backs are picking up right where they left off last season. So playing the eyes was Dantzler. He turns, he makes a great 360 interception, and you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now. Minnesota has all the momentum going in to the second quarter, seemingly. Richardson, snap. Ooh, brought down right in the logo. A little inconsistency here being shown, and we'll see what Minnesota wants to do here. Is Richardson talking to Cook, pointing off to the right side, gets the snap. Has a man, it's Thielen, caught. Adam Thielen left side, he'll just go out of bounds, and he holds out his hand like, where is everybody? And he's a little celebration for the aging in terms of wide receiver age, Adam Thielen. And we talked about it in the pregame. How would that play into his play so far? As you can see right there at the end of the play, number 6 throwing his hands up. I mean, how do you not scheme for Adam Thielen, right? It's crazy. Richardson, offset snap, corralled, and again, Dalvin Cook, after going for 40 yards, has now lost 5 in his last 4 or 5 carries. And we'll see what Minnesota has playing here. 2nd and 12. Richardson out of the shotgun, talking to Cook again. You know what happened last time he did that? Adam Thielen wide open. I do believe he had enough for the first down. He does. You're not going to hear it, but I'll do it. Baru and Anthony Richardson giving this team something to talk about here in the passing game. Not only that, he can get it done with his legs. We've seen it earlier. Picking up that 12-yard first down, and Richardson under center here, turns, gives it to Cook. They're not going to give up on the running game, and Cook fumbles, picked up by Colin Johnson. Right place, right time. And what is happening with Cook? You got to believe it's because of the darn weather. Now, we did not play good last season towards the end of the year against Miami, as JJ man in motion. He will get the edge. He will not get the first down, though. So Richardson, empty setback shotgun, throws middle, caught. It is a first down. Tyler Johnson, he'll get down to about the 2. They're going to go no huddle. So the Vikings going no huddle here. Richardson stays in the same formation, throws middle, caught. JJ, we get another gritty. My heavens, is he feeding or what? These guys did play a lot of catch in the off season. Minnesota was highly touting And it's showing here as these guys' chemistry is just on point today. Is his third touchdown of the new season, and Danielle Hunter loves it. Along with Kendricks, my heavens. So, just to see if they're feeding, let's go back to the bunch formation. Let's see what else was open. I mean, you can argue Tyler Johnson. You give this route a little bit more time. Looks like Tyler Johnson did or would come open. Adam Thielen back in the end zone is always a threat. You got Colin Johnson wide open off to the left side, but the ball had already left his hands. The ball was in JJ's hands before that, so we saw it in the preseason, these quick outs, these quick throws, Anthony Richardson's bread and butter. And my heavens, this team is about to jump out to a 20-point lead pending the kick. Sad that we have to say pending the kick all the time, but here we go. Joey Sly's kick is a well. Oh my God. And Joey Sly misses another one. Minnesota. Again, Troy Dye out here a lot here to start this one. Gets the snap. Flushed, throws. Yeah, caught, actually separated. That is, I do believe that is 25. Real quick math. Joey Porter Jr. will be the one to break up the ball at the back side of it, and the kick is good. That'll make it 27-10, making it a little easier. He's Young Ho Koo for Chicago. See what they want to do here. Fields out of the shotgun, gets the snap, gives. It is a keeper, and Fields taking the game into his own hands. Will make this thing a little bit closer. Oh boy, we just talked about it. This to make it a 9-point game. Snap is away. Spot, kick, it's all good. Minnesota's missed extra points now. Make it almost a one-score game. Somebody that's willing to not only run it, but lose a couple yards. Throws, and it's picked. And it is intercepted. And Adam Thielen wants a flag. He's holding his hand to his face, saying he was face masked. Let's see. Maybe a little hands to the face there, but overall, I don't know. Oh boy. We'll see what they want to do here. High formation. Big man off left side. Jordan Hicks in the game. It is a give to the fullback. Fullback will squander in, and Horvath will score for the Bears, and this game just got within 2 pending the kick. So here we go. Young Ho Koo to make this a two-point game. And the kick is way in is good. My heavens. So 3rd and 10 for Richardson and company. Gets the snap. He's got JJ across the middle. It's not a touchdown, but he'll go for 1. Where's the point? There it is. No way he hits him again. Oh, just overthrew JJ off to the left side. He saw it again. He went to it. This time he overthrew him. 3rd and 18 now. You go to the well one too many times. One time it's not going to work. 3rd and 18. You just make this thing easier for Joey. Short throw. He's got blocking. Does JJ. And this gets down to the 39. I don't know how well you, or how much faith you put into your kicker here, excuse me, but chance to go up 5 for the Vikings. 56-yarder for Joey. No win to speak of. We'll see what he wants to do here. From 56, the kick is away. Oh my God, it's not even close. And Joey Sly seemed to be automatic last season from this range. Kendricks. Fields. Sack. Danielle. Hey, that all rhymed. So Danielle Hunter will record his first sack of the 2023-2024 campaign. And just bounced off of Von Miller's block there. Good stuff. Maybe got away. Well, he wasn't hooked in. Never mind. I thought maybe a frontal horse collar, but never mind. So here we go. Minnesota's pass rush needs to get there here across the line. They do have Hunter again. Set up screen. Played beautifully by Troy Dye. So Troy Dye recognizes and attacks Montgomery before, well, almost even before he gets the ball. So here we go, Minnesota. Kind of looking confused defensively. Troy Dye signaling back to the safeties, and he goes right into G.J. Wanham. And he will split that half sack with Jaquelin Roy, his first half sack of his career. So Jaquelin Roy will, he got the tail end of it, but they're gonna, I would give this whole thing to Wanham, but they're gonna split it, and Jaquelin Roy gets his first sack, albeit a half of the season. Now let's see if Chicago will miss a kick here. The snap, the spot, the kick is away. It is no good. So it's not just Minnesota, it's every kicker. Both kickers rather have missed 2 in this one. And my heavens, maybe it's just this crappy field mixed in with the weather. Hey, it just might be about that time. Richardson, empty setback shotgun, gets the snap. Nobody open. He's going to leave the safety of the pocket, and Richardson with his legs will get a first down, tackled out of bounds, no flag, but here we go. And such a dynamic quarterback not seen in Minnesota for a very, very, very long time. In the past, we'd either take a sack or he'd throw it away, but Richardson able to get it. He's got elite speed here. And the head coach of the Bears, the name escapes me, kind of frustrated, as he should be. That is what Anthony Richardson will bring to your franchise. We get a first down now, our side of the 50. And this is going to be a very, very exciting season. Oh my gosh, Dalvin Cook again, no gainer. So here we go. Richardson, shotgun, gets the snap, short throw to the right. That is Tyler Johnson, breaks one tackle, but he will be thrown down again by Johnson. So one Johnson tackles another, and now Minnesota has a decision to make on third down. What do you do? Do you kick the field goal or do you go for the 4th and 3? Minnesota's going to trot out Joey Sly for a very, very makeable, I say that very lightly, of course, field goal attempt. Minnesota calls a timeout. So a timeout called by Minnesota. Kevin O'Connell looking at his sheet. We'll figure out what's going on here. And Minnesota will trot out the offense. So Minnesota going for it here, 4th down. Gotta believe that. That's something here. Richardson gets the snap. It is a short throw, intercepted. My goodness, man. This one's going for 6. Richardson, oh my goodness. 2nd pick of his NFL career. And Jalen Johnson, who just made a big play on that 3rd down previously, will get the pick 6. Under duress. My heavens. So this to make it 31-26. Kick is away. It is good. The collapses stay the problem. Yes, indeed. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I mean, only time will tell. Only time will tell if it was a weird one-off because of the rain as Wangmu slips, or is it just because just errant throws once in a while by Richardson, or maybe Richardson isn't what he was slated to be. We'll find out. The last time the Vikings play colors, listen to fan line. Yes, indeed. As Dalvin Cook tries to get this thing out, and he'll get a little gainer, a little 2 yards. Oh, here we go. Richardson, shotgun. It's the snap. God, come on, bro. Had a wide open receiver and he overthrows him. And Minnesota, another interception. Chopped down by Troy Dye, and we do it again. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Throws. Tackled by Troy Dye again. I don't believe he got it. No, he did not. We'll see another field goal attempt. Looks like the rookie got a little comfortable after those first couple of drives. Yes, indeed. And they're going to go for it. So, Chicago not placing too much faith in their kicker as well. They're going to go for this one. Fields, shotgun. Gets the snap. Throws. Caught. Harrison Smith will slip. There is a flag. Tackled by Murphy Bunting. Hey, are you kidding me? Roughing the passer on Von Miller. So that'll bring him up to the 8. We'll see what Minnesota wants to do here, showing blitz. Caught in a weird defense. This is a screen. And the screen will work to the tune of a 2-yard gain. Not Jefferson, but Fields ranging back there pretty far for that one. Minnesota will play their off defense. Kendricks will drop deep. Fields flush, brought down Harrison Phillips. So Harrison Phillips will make it 3rd and goal from the 12. And I mean, with all the collapses of the offense, the defense is keeping him in this one relatively. Keeping this one relatively close. As here we go. Fields, shotgun. Another setup screen, caught. Gonna keep him out of the end zone. We'll see if they place their trust in their kicker. Just under a minute to go. Minnesota will get the ball. It looks like they will try a field goal. So the snap is away. The kick is good. Young Hoku will hit. And this thing just got a little bit more interesting as, oh boy. Play of the quarter, seemingly. It is a play action. Richardson gonna take it, and no, nothing open down the field. He'll just get a first down, and that will do it. So they're trying to work these guys down the field. Chicago playing their deep defense, not gonna let it happen. So Minnesota will get the ball back here in a little bit. And down by 8, 34-26. Looking around the NFL, we'll take a look at some of the games that are going on right now. And in Detroit, the Aints are up by 3, just 33 seconds left to go in the half. Jameis Winston, 111 yards and a touchdown. Kamara, a touchdown in that one as well. Seattle at Washington. It's a low-scoring affair, but Carson Wentz leads his team to a 7-0 lead. And in New York, the Jets will be tied up with the Chargers. Excuse me. Zach Wilson, 4 for 12, 39. Justin Herbert, 81 yards in that one. And welcome back into the booth. Randy Replay here with you for the first half stats. Anthony Richardson ends the first half with a QB rating of 87.1. We've definitely seen worse. We've seen better, but it's pretty good. It's not just some errant throws on in the first half, rather. 11 for 22, that is 50% completion percentage for those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 229 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, all touchdowns going to Justin Jefferson in this one. He got open early, he got open deep, he got open often. So the 3 interceptions, I don't know. He's a rookie. He's trying to make throws that would work in college that don't necessarily work here. I know the one was horribly overthrown. The other one, I mean, Thielen, you gotta maybe fight for that thing a little bit more. He threw it out too far in front. Defender had a step. I mean, you could go either way. And then the other one was just a bad pick. So That is the unfortunate side of the NFL. Or you could have it like Minnesota did and have the double tip pick that we did, one of the circus plays that we see here all too often. Either way, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks for the rookie. We're going to give him a pass the first season. I don't think it'll be Kirk Cousins bad. As we do see more positive than negative here, especially in the run game. And I do believe he is just behind Dalvin Cook in running numbers, so it's nice to have that double threat quarterback finally here in Minnesota. In rushing, Dalvin Cook, 14 carries, 46 yards, and a touchdown. 1 broken tackle, 18 yak yards, but he did have the 2 fumbles, which led to one of them leading to a touchdown for the Bears. So the turnovers killing Minnesota. 21 points scored off turnovers. That is almost how we get to this 34-26 game where Minnesota was up by 20 at one point, if you believe me. I would sure hope so that you do. Anthony Richardson, 38 yards off 5 carries. So that's not bad. Justin Jefferson, 1 for 3 off the end around. Speaking about Jefferson, he does have 5 catches for 139 and 3 touchdowns. Holy moly, 15 yards after the catch. I don't know what's going on his side of the field with that corner, but when he plays press, he gets burned every single time. And Anthony Richardson, unlike Kirk Cousins, is seeing it and reacting. So, no offense to Kirk Cousins over there in Cincinnati. We love you. We thank you for everything you've done for this franchise, but it's hard to argue with those results. Tyler Johnson, 3 for 37, and Adam Thielen, 3 for 53. Only three people, 3 wide receivers have caught the 11 passes thrown by the rookie. And they're all wide receivers. They're all 3 deep 2.0. So no checkdowns really. They've all been going down the field. So that's also good. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense, look at total tackles, and it's Troy Dye who made a really weird transition this season. He's not really slated to start, but he's getting majority of the snaps over Jordan Hicks. So I'm not sure why, but it seems to be working. Lewis Cine with 6, Harrison Smith with 5, Eric Hendricks with 5 as well. Tackles for loss in the first half. We got back there a bunch. Troy Dye, Eric Hendricks, Von Miller, Harrison Phillips, Jaquelin Roy, Danielle Hunter, Dalvin Tomlinson, Harrison Smith, and DJ Wanham with tackles for losses. Sacks, we got 3 on the day. 1 by Danielle Hunter, 1 by Harrison Phillips, and then Jaquelin Roy gets his first half sack of the season, looking for his first full sack. I do believe you give that whole thing to DJ Wanham, who has the other half, but either way, there it is. 2 interceptions by Cam Dantzler in the first half, bringing them back 26 yards combined. And then pass deflections, we had a couple by Murphy Bunting, who whiffed on a pick 6 twice in this one. Oh, you can't do that, Murphy. But he is getting used to a new system. But, I mean, one of them was a toss-up. The other one just hit his hands, and he dropped it. They are wide receivers that can't catch after all. Cam Dantzler, Von Miller with pass deflections as well. No forced fumbles, which is weird. And the storyline of the game, Joey Sly, 0 for 1, 2 for 4 on extra points. He's 50% total for the day. What is happening with Joey Sly? What is going on with Joey Sly? He can't find a kick. But on the flip side, neither can Young Ho Koo. He is 2 for 4. And it's got to be the weather. That's just it. Punting, Hunter Nice Wonder has 1 punt, 47 yards. That's weird saying 1 punt in the first half. And it went inside the 20, so easy day for the punter. It's been Randy Replay, second half Minnesota Vikings football. Next. Inconsistencies continue for Minnesota. And here we go. Richardson out of the shotgun. We'll send Adam Thielen, man in motion. Gets the snap. It is a throw across the middle. Caught Tyler Johnson. I do believe he reached, but he did not get it. They're going to go no huddle. What is Minnesota going to do here? Minnesota looking for a play to get them this first down in their own territory. Richardson gets the snap. It is a short throw underneath. Caught, dropped! Oh my goodness! Tyler Johnson, what are you doing? And Minnesota turns the ball over once again after going no huddle with some tempo. And what happened? I formation holds here. Watch the fullback run. It is a give to the fullback, and he gets in. Andy Replay can play better defense with a blindfold, his eyes closed, and his feet tied together as Horvath goes in for his second one of the day. And, yeah. It is what it is. Here's Young Ho Koo to add the extra point. 41-26, pending the kick. It is away, and it is good. Apparently he can kick it right down the middle. I mean, they added some players in the off-season. There's a catch by Thielen. Thielen with blocking. Thielen down the middle, and Thielen is loose off to the right side in between the hash marks and the numbers. He goes for a touchdown. So don't call it a comeback. Never count the boys out until the clock goes to double zeros. Adam Thielen with a big, he throws it into the tunnel. Yeah, that's what I said. The Bears making a couple moves, but you didn't think it was going to affect him this much, though. Well, let's not get pushy with the announcer. I'm just here to announce the games. Yards after catch of 66.6. You might want to look at changing that up a little bit, as that is a weird number. Okay, 66.5. They have adjusted the number. And Adam Thielen with a big touchdown. We'll see if Joey Sly can hit a field goal and or a point after. Joey Sly. Kick is away. No good. After 3rd and 5, Minnesota's going to have to get a stop here. As Fields comes out of the shotgun like he has most of the game. Throws left. Not going to get it. 4th and 1, they're going to go for it, though. They don't trust the kicker. And we'll see what they want to do. And in the backfield is Montgomery. 4th down. Throw, caught, drop! So they drop it on the 4th, and we get lucky. Just like they got lucky when we had that drop by, I do believe that was Tyler Johnson on that big 4th down. So Minnesota comes out here. And we'll see what they want to do. Dalvin finally gets a plus yardage carry, albeit 2 or 3. They're going to give him 3, yes. Good catch. I don't remember that. Field shotgun. It's the snap. Flushed into Jaquelin Roy, who finally gets his first full sack in the NFL. Hugs Von Miller, saying thank you for pushing him into me, and there you have it. So the pressure by Von Miller forced the tackle to double up on Miller, and leaving Jaquelin Roy, the rookie, he's not going to get back there, right? Nope. So the double up on Von Miller pays dividends, and Jaquelin will get his first sack in the NFL. First full, rather. So Minnesota playing off defense here. Fields shotgun, 2nd and 18, gets the snap. It is another QB run. And he eludes the Sean Murphy bunting tackle. Go down for a field goal attempt. It's to make it 44-32. Snap, spot, kick is away. It's perfect. Richardson out of the shotgun, gets the snap. And how many times have we seen it? He's got him again. It's JJ left side. JJ getting tripped up down to the 27. And there's the point. I mean, how many times can you repeat a play here? You can't play him pressed. And if it's there, Minnesota's going to take care of it, and that falls on the coach. Fields looking in disgust. Richardson gets the snap. Throws, caught, gritty time in the Windy City for JJ. So they put a linebacker in zone coverage on top JJ. They did have safety help, but it didn't matter. I mean, who else is open here? You got Thielen, but that's in between 2 defenders. I mean, he just, oh my heavens. So he wants a flag for for those of you that are wondering, Bears coach wants a flag, offensive pass interference on JJ. The kick is away. Just sneaks in. Oh my gosh, that was really close. So forces Chicago into a 3rd and 8. Von Miller will drop back into coverage. He'll come back up to the line. There's a snap. Flushed. Pushed down. Oh my God, we got lucky. This should force a punt, 4th and 3. Oh my heavens, Andrew Booth Jr., you just made the play of the year so far in week number 1. So Andrew Booth Jr. just getting enough. And Chisena will call for a fair catch, verbally, I guess, and out comes Minnesota. Here. Richardson. Shotgun gets the snap. No way. No way. He has him again. There is a flag. It is a catch. No, this one's coming back. It's going to be holding on Minnesota. As JJ will get down to the 10, pending any.
Personal foul.
And it's roughing the passer. They get the call. It will be, of course, accepted. Minnesota has it at the 6.
Automatic first down.
Automatic first down. So I do believe this one was coming back as we take a look at this. See when it happened. Oh yeah, that thing was 10, 15 yards down the field, and Anthony Richardson will go down. I do believe that was Ika rather, sorry. Maybe hands to the face there at the end. But either way, JJ with another big gainer. And we have to mention it. He was almost overthrown for the 3rd time this game. Wide open down there, so something to keep an eye on. Richardson out of the single back. He's going to bring Justin Jefferson in a couple yards. Snap, give. Dalvin. We'll get up to 4, excuse me. Oh, there it is. And now Richardson will come out empty, setback. He's looking to throw here. The only question is to who? Richardson gets the snap. Short throw underneath. Thielen caught. I do believe. No, Richardson says touchdown. He points to the ref. I think with forward progress, Thielen had it. They reached. Oh, it's hard to tell. Oh, we're going to go back. We're going to go back before the snap gets off. 3rd and goal as of now. Thielen reached. I mean, it's in his possession. It's across the line, but he didn't have full. Oh, my gosh. This is close to tell. Minnesota could effectively take the lead with a touchdown. Oh, right there. Does that count? I don't know. And we're getting updated. They're going to challenge this one. Kevin O'Connell has thrown the
previous play is under review.
Has thrown the challenge flag. He saw the replay that we just did. It all depends on what they call possession by Adam Thielen. So drama coming up here late. Either way, Minnesota will have a 3rd and goal at the 1. 2 chances to put it in. Here we go. Oof.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And it will not be a touchdown. Minnesota will have to try to get it in here. Richardson calling out protections. The give is to Dalvin. Dalvin with his 2nd of the day. Minnesota takes a late lead. So Minnesota, 1-point lead. Dalvin gets it in. On the inside of Ingram, outside of McCoy, that is where you want to run. Do we trust Joey? Joey trots out for the extra point. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joey. Kick is away. No good. Oh. We got 7 more minutes. A late touchdown comes in. Joey Slime misses the extra point. We would be up. Oh, gosh. I don't even know how many points. Maybe 5 or 6. Maybe even a touchdown. And Joey Sly is obviously shaken Maybe it's the weather. Maybe something's going on personally. I mean, I'm not one to spectate. I'm just here to call the games, as I've said multiple times. But my goodness, something is happening with Joey Slye. Fields, shotgun, flush, throws, and he warps through the defender, warps through Danzler, and Ridley will get this thing down to the 47. So Ridley down to the 4. Here we go. How many times have we seen this? Kendricks caught. Oh, separated. Jordan Hicks with a separation, keeping the hopes and dreams of Minnesota alive. So Jordan Hicks not on the field very much today, but when he's here, he's felt. Kendricks in the middle. Fields flushed. Fields gets brought down by Daniil Hunter. 3rd and goal now. Oh, tried to go out, but Daniil Hunter will get a sack. They're going to call it a sack. It was behind the line of scrimmage. So Fields and Daniil just taking him down, saving Minnesota a touchdown. And here we go. Minnesota playing off defense. Tri-dye moving. They drop Von Miller in coverage. And in motion is Montgomery. Fields gets the snap. Looks, flush, throws, caught, holds on! It's Mooney with the touchdown! Big hit! Oh my gosh. I mean, he just got plastered by Murphy Bunting. What a play by Darnell Mooney. What a face wash. He almost ran into Kendricks. And he's calling for 2 now. The coach calling for 2. Darnell Mooney leaves the play of field. A big hit. Mooney back out there now. Von Miller drops back into coverage. Fields from the shotgun. Gets the snap. Throws. Caught. Dropped. So another drop. And, oh boy. Richardson, shotgun, gets the snap. Looking. Throwing. Picked off. No! Brisker again. And a wide open Adam Thielen. And Thielen cuts underneath. So Adam Thielen will cut underneath and not get into a position to make a catch. Under center, it is Montgomery. Montgomery will be brought down. Minnesota takes a timeout. North of the 2-minute warning. It's their second, and my goodness. So a wide open Adam Thielen on the run. You gotta hit him, and he didn't. Minnesota plays off defense. It's a run. Fumble, get the ball, Kendricks! Eric Kendricks, spin move! Eric Kendricks! Touchdown, Vikings defense! Oh, my goodness! Eric Kendricks! Oh! With a spin move to boot, Troy Dye just watching in awe and, oh! What am I watching? Now, he was not down. They're going to take a look at it as it is a scoring play. It's confirmed it is a touchdown, Minnesota. Here we go. Joey, please. Joey, please. Kick is away. It's perfect. So the only one that matters gets us to a 2-point lead. 3:11 left to go. Outside the range. It is a Fields keeper. Tripped. And Von Miller will bring him down. There's a penalty. And it's against the offense, so Minnesota will accept it. So holding against the offense. They will repeat the down. Here we go, Fields. Sending a man in motion. Short throw, incomplete. Oh man, he had him. Standing for Calvin Ridley, as you hear the stadium announcer call. Doing a better job than Randy, I thought. You say so myself. Okay, here we go. Minnesota. Press coverage. Across the board. There's an audible. Short throw, caught. Cut down. No timeout being called. They're going to go for it. 3rd and 13. They need a couple more yards to feel comfortable. Ridley? Oh, no. Oh, no. Pushed out of bounds at the 36. There is a penalty.
Personal foul.
And it's...
Roughing the passer.
Are you kidding me? Who? On who? On Von Miller? So that'll put him down at the 2. I think you just let him score. Then you march right down the field again. And, oh, my goodness. Just get a pick, please, somebody. Anybody. There's a sack. Dalvin Tomlinson. And Jaqueline Roy. Sorry. Fields, short throw, caught. Fumble, get the ball. There's your dagger. Darius will seal the deal for Minnesota. They can go home 1-0. Lewis Seen on the recovery. Oh my heavens. So the savvy veteran Von Miller makes a mistake. Down to the 2 we go. Darius forces a fumble. And there's your dagger. Minnesota now either. Just please hold on to the ball. Why can't I find QB Neal? Where's QB Neal? So Minnesota down to the wire. They will take a knee. Chicago will call a timeout. Minnesota probably needs to get a first down here. And you need to be careful. You need to be careful. Dalvin Cook in the proverbial zone. I do believe you have enough time. Dalvin gets free down to the 36. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Got to believe this is 4-down territory here. And my goodness, what a game for Minnesota. We're going to cover it all here. All the Randy's reaction to all the action. Pending the weirdness. Calling out protections is Anthony Richardson. Dalvin will get the first down. He will hold on to the ball. That will be the end of the game as Minnesota can just kneel it out. So Minnesota in a miraculous, I don't even know what to call it, game of the year for sure. Richardson will take a knee and we start the countdown from just under a minute. They jump out to a 27-7 lead. They give that up. They are now down double digits once again. We think it's going to be another collapse. Minnesota seems to be what they expect. Anthony Richardson leads them down the field, scores a touchdown. They come back, they score. Minnesota forces a fumble. Eric Hendricks brings it in. Minnesota seems to give up the whole entire field to Chicago. They force a fumble to seal the deal. Let's count it down. And we got a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1 game of the year W. Oh my heavens. Anthony Richardson tasting victory in his first start, putting together an immaculate stat line. Minus the interceptions, of course. And the two quarterbacks meet in midfield. What a game this was in the rain. Minnesota pulls out the victory 52-50. We'll get into everything Minnesota Vikings football in just a minute. And in a game where I guess you could say it technically, somebody's O had to go in Chicago. We're glad it was Minnesota, not the other way around. Randy needs a little bit here, collect his thoughts. I mean, the last 7 minutes of this game were the most entertaining I have ever called. I said that about the Giants game last season, but this one definitely takes the cake as franchise game of the year for sure, as it literally came down to the last minute. Dalvin Cook gets things sealed up. Minnesota Vikings defense makes a couple plays. Not taking away from Anthony Richardson at all. He had a stellar game, which we'll get into here. But my goodness, Minnesota Vikings football. Always good to call a W, especially to have a debuting quarterback. Anthony Richardson, 101.5 QB rating. He was 21 for 37. That is 56% completion percentage. For those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 469 yards, 5 touchdowns in his debut, but 4 interceptions kind of hindered that QB rating. Otherwise, I do believe this would be closer to that near perfect. I do believe it's 135.9. I think, right? Yeah, I mean that's about as good as debut as Minnesota Vikings history. I do believe that is the best debut for any quarterback, not taking anything away from Christian Ponder. But I do believe that is the best QB start, and the franchise and the future look bright if he could just get those errant throws under control, maybe get a little bit of accuracy as he learns more about the game. He is a rookie. Some of the throws in college aren't going to work in the NFL. I mean, the one where there was 2 that targeted Thielen that were just widely overthrown, especially marching down the field to take the lead late. I mean, oh my heavens, you've got to tighten that up. But hey, at the end of the day, none of that will matter because Minnesota gets the win. As the kids say respectfully, yes, of course. Dalvin Cook, 29 carries, 121, 2 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, 3 broken tackles. We didn't really see too many fumbles from Dalvin. There were a lot of weird oddities today, mainly because of the rain. I do believe that we will get these things sorted out for next game, and we'll take care of business against the Aints at home. Anthony Richardson, 9 carries, 43 yards. Good to have that dual threat quarterback. He did pretty good. JJ, 1 for 3 off the end around. Receiving, JJ, oh my heavens, 9 catches, 262 yards, 4 touchdowns in the first game this season. 97 yards run after the catch. They were, and a lot of teams made this mistake last year too, which is why he had such a great year. They played press coverage against JJ, and his release and his ability, especially when he gets into the proverbial zone, is unmatched. You can't guard him. You need to play off. That's the only way you're going to have a shot. They didn't adjust, and JJ went 9 for 262. Adam Thielen went 7 for 152, including the longest reception today of 77 yards, went for that big score, his only touchdown. It's Tyler Johnson, 5 for 55. And that's it. That is it. Anthony Richardson only threw to wide receivers in this game. No checkdowns. Everything was at least 10 yards or more down the field, I do believe. Longest. Yeah, average completion, 12 yards. That's something we did not see last season with the Costco quarterback, Kirkland Cousins. So that's healthy as well, and he can move, get out of the pocket. He avoided a couple sacks. He ran for 49 yards. I mean, you love what you got there. Now, a couple of those throws to JJ, he had to adjust. So, like I said earlier, you get that accuracy down. You have a very possible MVP candidate, Rookie of the Year candidate in Anthony Richardson. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense. Let's stop praising him before he goes bad and turns into Kirk Cousins from last season. You had 5 players with over 10 tackles, that being Kendricks, Murphy, Bunting, Smith, Dye, and Seen. Troy Dye got majority of the snaps at middle linebacker. Jordan Hicks wasn't in there much, but when he was a threat. And we'll get into that as especially in the red zone. Eric Kendricks with 13, Murphy Bunting, newly added corner with 12, Harrison Smith with 11, Troy Dye, Lewis Seen with 10, Andrew Booth Jr. with 8, Von Miller with 6, Daniil Hunter with 5, Zadarius And Dantzler also had 5. Jordan Hicks with 4. Jaquelin Roy. I keep wanting to call him Jacqueline Roy, but that's not what it is. Dalvin Tomlinson each had 3. DJ Wanham, Harrison Phillips with 2. And you had the rookie Matthew Jones, left guard, getting in there, I guess. Wow. Josh Metellus each with 1. Tackles for loss, we had a ton. Minnesota's run defense was bolstered. I do believe that is because of Von Miller being there in the pass rush, creating opportunities for other guys because he is demanding so much attention. Daniil Hunter had 3. Jaquelin Roy, Dalvin Tomlinson, Troy Dye, Eric Hendricks, and Von Miller each with 2. Philip Smith, Bunting Smith of the Harrison variety, DJ Wanham, and Jordan Hicks each with 1. Sacks, we had a bunch to the tune of 5, 3, 4, 5.5. Wait, 6, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sacks by the Minnesota Vikings. 2.5 by Daniil, 1.5 by Jaquelin Roy. Harrison Phillips had a lone, and then Dalvin Tomlinson and DJ Wanham split a half. Although the Jaquelin Roy and DJ Wanham split, I thought it would go to Wanham, but there it is. So the rookie gets in the stat column out of LSU. Interceptions, we had 2 by Cam Dantzler in the first quarter. Held interceptionless have the Minnesota Vikings defense in the second half. Pass deflections, Murphy Bunting had 2. Dantzler, Miller, and Dye each with 1. Troy Dye near the end of the game sometime on a big second down. Good night, Chicago. Forced fumbles, we had 3. Zadarius Smith, Harrison Smith, and Eric Hendricks each with 1. Fumbles recovered by Lewisine to seal the deal. Hashtag there's your dagger. And Eric Hendricks with the other one. No block kicked, no safeties, and 1 defensive touchdown by Eric Hendricks near the end of the game for the Minnesota Vikings today. Kicking, oh boy, I don't know. Minnesota Vikings fan line, what is worse today? The picks thrown by the rookie or Joey Sly, the seasoned veteran who only missed 3 or 4 kicks last season, missing 4 extra points here today and 1 kick? That is my question going into the post game. So Joey Sly 0 for 1 and 4 for 8 on extra points. Had to have been the rain, right? Had to have been the rain. 0 for 1 on 50 plus. Hunter Nicewander, his lowest amount of punts in a Vikings uniform. 3 punts, 150, netting 110. 1 of them going inside the 20, and 2 touchbacks. So very rare numbers in the amount of punts, and the punts going into the end zone for Hunter Nicewander. Kenny Wongwu, 7 kick returns, 159, longest of 34, almost broke it. And Dan Chisena, new punt returner for the Vikings, 1 punt, 6 return yards. And there you have it. The coaching decisions to keep kicking extra points late in the game. Yeah, I mean, those 4 extra points ended up, I mean, hindsight is 2020. Maybe we were wrong. But the 4 extra points that he did make turned out maybe could have bit the Vikings in the proverbial booty. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Time will tell if it's because of the rain or not. Once again, what a debut for Anthony Richardson in the win. Your Minnesota Vikings take this one 52-50 in one of the best games Randy has ever called. Everything going down to the roughing the passer, to the fumble at the 2, to the scoop and score by Kendricks to put us ahead. It was insane. Again, you'd like to see aggressiveness when Joey Sly is struggling, but we'll see what he does in a controlled environment at US Bank against the Saints, or as we call them, the Aints. Whew, that is a mouthful. The proceeding was a presentation of the NFL and the SSN. Any rebroadcast, recreation, or redistribution of said broadcast cannot be used without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings win 52-50 and climb to 1-0 on the season. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a minute. Excuse me. Must have been this bad soda provided by Chicago. So we get a bunch of gritties down in the Windy City. Something new we're trying out this season. I don't know if it'll stick. We're taking away the Vikings fan line pregame and postgame here at the main screen, just so that you can kind of see everything on the docket. So in some weird fashion, Minnesota, the Green Bay Packers and Lions have not played yet, apparently. Detroit will play the Aints, and the Packers, I do believe, yep, they played the Denver Broncos. So we'll kind of see what shakes loose with all of that. But right now, Minnesota sits at top of the division. I'm sure one of those teams will win, though. We'll take a peek. So in one of the best games that I personally have ever called, I don't know if you weigh playoff games or anything like that. That was definitely the one that came down to the ending, for sure. And my throat hurts. I definitely got a little loud, both out of excitement and out of anger. When Kendricks made that fumble recovery, when Thielen made the touchdown, when a couple picks happened, and it's all a watch now, and it will be thrown into the proverbial trash can as the Minnesota Vikings have improved to 1-0. And for the first time, Minnesota will start the season here in this franchise with a win and with a new quarterback. So, Desmond Ridder got a couple starts last season, but for the majority, it was Kirk Cousins going for the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, it turned out how it did, 4-12 rather, 4-12, or 4-13 rather. My bad. Geez, I'm just so excited because of that win. Error 404, no defense found is the top story in the NFL. Justin Fields still threw for 432 despite losing to the Vikings and getting burned to the tune of 262 by Justin Jefferson. We can't preview next week as the games are still going on. We drew a little early game, but the rest of the NFL, we'll see Buffalo take on Miami. Of course, the Falcons winners at home. Minnesota looking to continue that trend and win at their home opener this week. A couple games on Randy's docket, of course. The Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. That'll be a good one. Let's see. What else? Green Bay and Denver, of course. We'll all be watching that one. And then a replay of the Super Bowl there at San Francisco and Cincinnati. That is America's game of the week, as it should be. So we'll see what happens when they have new players added. Our new players tended to be pretty good today. We didn't really call any sacks. There was a couple, but three quarters of the offensive line are rookies, and then you got the big Eric McCoy there in the middle. So I do believe that's going to do it. Vikings come out of this one unscathed. That's not it. No injuries to report. And we'll check the Chicago Bears injury report, and we will see if they will have anybody out for the remainder. Nope. Okay. So all injuries that happened for the Bears, I do believe there were 3. They're not going to be held out for any sort of time, so that's good. This has been Randy Replay. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings victorious week 1, climbing to 1-0 for the first time in this franchise, against the Chicago Bears, 52-50. I need some water. Randy Replay. I'll see you in the next one.